Ooh, so warm. Ooh, so warm. Who's there? What up, Creek? Oh, let me close this window. We out here train every 5 minutes. Oh, all right. Woo, it's hot. Hot in here. So warm. It's getting hot in here. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. Who else is going to join the show today? Got my little hat going on, you know what I'm saying? My little orange hat looking like a shark. Oh, man. How you guys been? What up, Creek? Creek, send that iPad Pro, man. You know the deal. I need that iPad Pro, Creek. Oh, man. So, what we got going on, man? Woo, season 4, season 5 around the corner. Don't take the one that's cut. Take the other one of the other two. It's in the oven. Yeah, I burnt the pot by accident, but don't tell Mimi. I've got it ventilating. Huh? In the oven, Lisa. They're all shrimp, Lisa. I don't have a PS4 Pro. All I have is I have the regular PS4 with the 1 TB drive. That's about it. I gotta fix this camera. So I'm getting kind of, I don't know what's up with the light. It's looking like some kind of like 3D effect. You know what I need? I need like a diffuser. Lisa, come here for a second. Let me try something. Do me one favor. Come. Take this whiteboard right here. Look. Don't pass this way. Pass behind me. Get this whiteboard right here. This whiteboard right here. Grab it from behind. Ah, you tending me. No. I have an experiment that I want to try. Oops. Just hold this up like this. I want to see if, matter of fact, I can do it myself. Let me see. That's probably what I need. See, like a diffuser? Yeah. Like a diffuser. See? That's all right. Next time. No. This is bad for the camera. No, I have a white thing in the back. That's fine. I'm out. It's fine. I'm good. I'll fix it. I know what to do next time. Anyway, what's going on, y'all? While I Yeah, I left it in Dad's car. Yeah, why take it out? While I Millie rock. I gotta put the controller down to Millie rock. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? PSL, it's been a while. I'm excited. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. I have nothing to talk about really. It's week 17. Hold on. I'm trying to do all the stuff at the same time. Does it taste good? Good. Which one is it? Oh man. Put a lamp to the left side of the cam. No, it's a ceiling light. That's what it is. It's a ceiling light. Um, you know what I can probably do? I've got this curtain here. Next time, what I'll do is I know, so random, Ford. I don't. You know what, Ford? I was feeling kind of way that I feel like I'm letting PSL down by not doing these shows. But I've been running the streets, been hooping, been working out. I got this shadowy thing going on, like I'm on like I'm doing a photo shoot. Looks weird actually. But what's going on, y'all? Let me hear what's going on. PSL, season 5 around the corner. Uh, I mean, I feel like it's around this time. I know Nick was saying to me that being IG thought, definitely being an IG thought for real. Nick was telling me that you know, guys aren't really playing, but I feel like a lot of guys when they're losing or they don't have like really real playoff hopes, they kind of just stop playing a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think we need to. It's tough to say. I feel like with all the patches, um, it's hard to kind of. It's good. They so silly. And have a seat then. They can't see you here. Um, I feel like with the patches, it's hard to keep up with the sliders. Um, you're so silly. Um, my sister's gonna be a here's my sister gonna introduce my quiche.
You guys are hungry.
Oh my gosh.
It's really good.
Um, but yeah, we balling. But it's hard to keep up with the sliders. That's the problem I think so forth. We have to find a way, in my opinion, and I'm not sure how, to kind of play with the sliders. And I think for the most part, I think what's gonna come down to it, and maybe what we'll do is, I think, in my opinion, maybe we reset the sliders to the OG, to 50, 50, 50, right down the board. And every like week 4, week 8, week 12, and then week 16, we kind of like just tweak it to see where the stuff is at. Well, maybe we just do like week 8 to week 16. Um, yeah, I mean, you got to play for something. But it's so hard to keep up with the sliders and the patches. And I feel like there's no real way to negate or counter or balance, rather, what the sliders are doing with the patches at the same time. It's really tough. So I think almost what you want to do is I don't know, you gotta keep playing with it. I mean, I talked to Nick a lot, and Nick says he feels like in another league that it's a little more balanced. I know that PSL, the sliders are tougher. I think it's a tougher, it's more competitive. It's harder, you know, all around. I just know that for a fact. Um, no, but EA doesn't. I think I saw something. Somebody posted something about Rex, saying that CFM is or franchise mode or something that you guys did well, and we hear you and we're gonna try to fix it or whatever. But the bottom line, we know the deal. There's no money involved in CFM, so it's not really a concern. And it sucks because I feel like it's a way more immersive experience. I feel like playing different guys every week is really, really good. And I enjoy that part of the game more than anything, especially team building. I don't know if you guys know, I just love team building. I love, you know, rolling around in the practice squads, looking for players week to week. So that's fun to me. But here we are, week 16, week 17 rather. We'll take a look at the standings. I haven't been following as closely, but we'll take a look and we'll see what's up, what's what. So it looks like all the playoff spot. You know what? I don't. What I mean, what else could you have to make it more immersive, Ford? I think the addition. Of without being in owner mode, I would love to be able to hire scouts. Now I know the South is a shit show. I would love to hire scouts. I would love to. I said to Mr. Words, at the beginning of the year, you kind of look at your roster and you identify your needs, And throughout the season, it depending on how, like, say you have a rookie corner, and you identify that next year you're gonna need another corner to go along with this rookie corner. But if this rookie corner plays really, really well, the need for another corner kind of comes down a little bit, and so that when you're scouting, you're not going to be able to scout. Nah, I fed them earlier. Um, when you look at the scouting, you won't be able to scout as much for the corner, or you decide at the beginning of the year that you have a scout and this is what you're going to scout, or you hire a scout that scouts a specific thing, and then you get like maybe like a fourth column where you get to really something else, or maybe you get to see like his 40 time earlier, or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but there needs to be something where we all are scouting the same scout the same way. Obviously, everybody can't scout a great anything all the time. Nah, I don't like the owner mode. I'm in another league with the owner mode. I'm not a real big fan of it. It's a lot to do. And not that I don't mind it. You can spend some time here, messing with the salaries and salaries in the stadiums and all that. I'm not a big fan of relocating teams. All the teams that give you are trash, in terms of names and whatever. But some guys like it. Some guys enjoy it. I mean, I'm not totally against it, but I'm not a fan of it. I'd rather have it the way it is, as kind of like a head coach GM kind of thing. But like I said, the addition of being a head coach and GM, I would like to bring on a scout, maybe a DC, and things like that, where you're battling for not only good players but good coaches, without having to dive into the owner side of it, controlling franchise and all that. So I think a blend between owner and coach would be great. But yeah, pretty much we're all on the same playing field until guys start winning, which is something I'm still like up in the air about. I feel like winning kind of gives you the leg up, and so guys who don't win will always be behind. Like in scouting and getting XP and player progression, and stuff like that. So but how do you make it as immersive as MUT? You know what I'm saying? Like what do you want to do? Like, do you want to penalize guys for drafting a 4-3 guy when you're playing 3-4? If you've got a zone corner, and you're playing a lot of man-to-man, do you get penalized? You draft a cover 2 corner. Nah, no play designer. I think we have a hard enough time trying to, constrain guys' play calling to non-cheese. I think play design would just disrupt the whole game altogether. Not that I've played like once or twice, but I guess I'm not into like. I tell you, I played the FIFA version of MUT. I totally enjoyed it. But it's not that it's time consuming, but it's tough to kind of like, play to win, to get a card, to pay for a card, to go in the open market, look for a player, and there's no way you can replicate the kind of feeling that you're feeling for MUT in CFM. I think all the other stuff needs to come early. I think you should be able to, I don't know, buy a scout and send him down to the SEC, or buy a scout for the ACC. Yeah, CFM should be time consuming. I think so. If that what I'm saying, do you send a scout down to Florida? Yeah, exactly. Send a scout down to a certain state, like that. I wouldn't mind any of that stuff. Some of a little bit of NCAA involved in Madden, to kind of get guys to kind of fight for knowledge or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think a big thing I would like to see, in the off season, be able to kind of play whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of just throw the ball around my guys during the off season, like when we're trying to sign free agents or whatever, or re-signing periods. The roster's intact. You could take Keish with you. You did?
I did.
Yeah. The roster's intact. You should be able to put those guys out in the field and see what they have. A lot of stuff can be done. I really feel like the exportation of a team should be allowed. I talked about this a lot. I played player stats, that's tough. That's a tough one, Creek. I like it though, but I think what's tough is that we see from year to year. I mean, obviously it's Madden, but you see guys that come in and then the next year they're not as good. But I guess it's a number thing. So yeah, it would work too. But I think it'd be. I think, how do I explain it? It definitely should be harder to scout everyone, and you should get, you know, I don't like. I know what I want to say. I just can't say it right now. It's just that everybody should be able to scout the guys the same exact way. Period. I think the Steelers do a good job of drafting linebackers and linemen. So when they look to get a corner, they're not as good as getting corners, but they're really good at looking at front seven. So they get like a little extra. But you can come in as a coach or GM, and you pluck a DB scout. You diminish what you got already in terms of exactly. There's no risk inside it. No, there's no risk at all. And I think you're gonna miss on some guys. Guys already have it down. If you see a 4-3, that's great. You see 7 seconds in agility, that's great. You see 4 seconds in a cone, that's great. And 35 reps, that's great. You know what I'm saying? So you're kind of like, at this point, you're not looking for athletes, and then you just kind of put it together. And this also goes down to like kind of like progression as well. I think that without says the guy who never drafts. I think progression should be numbers based. I think I don't mind the skill points being the part of the progression, but if my guy has a really good year, catches versus drops, catches in traffic versus drops, I think he should get automatic points added to his overall or a certain skill set. The only problem with that is, in my opinion, is that when you draft a guy who's clearly a project, and you put him out there, there's almost no way for him to progress in that manner. But I guess if you had that in addition to the XP points, then you can get a halfway decent athlete to be good by year 2 or 3. And so yeah, so that's that. But yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of room for improvement. I feel like I'm not sure how EA goes about it, and that keep this in mind, guys, that it's really tough. Oh, the Chiefs. Oh, the Chiefs are in regardless. 3, 4, 5, yeah. And just keep in mind that these games are being worked on the minute the other game is being released. So the minute Madden 18 came out, these guys already been working on M19 for like a month and a half now. And I say it all the time, and it's a double-edged sword. I feel like EA could probably get away with releasing Madden every 2 years, and guys will still buy it. But we'll just live with the patches and the updates. I feel like that's a way easier fix than trying to put out a whole nother game each year. And not only that, but I saw I read somewhere something like that EA is thinking about that, a subscription based Madden. But if that's the case, then what are they going to improve? If there's the same platform each year, how much can they improve the game? So, I mean, and then, what if they charging us $60 for an update? That's not great. We don't want that. For $60 you want a brand new game. But also for $60, we're also, beta testing the game for 4 or 5 months before everything is smooth again. So here what I'm saying to the mods, we should definitely, in my opinion, go back to a 50-50 slider all the way down. We'll see what the numbers look like after like 4 weeks. And then if it's too much passing, we'll tone it down. If it's too much running, we'll tone it down. If there's too many picks, we'll tone that down. Too many sacks, I think just that stuff in general needs to be just looked at. But like I said, like Ford said, the game changes so much with each patch. I don't think there's gonna be another patch out. I think the last patch is the last patch. Simply because obviously there's no more football to be played. Um, excuse me. Wow. While I went on that monologue, all of us a monologue, right? It's just me talking to myself. So what we have here is, you know what? And I looked at this. The Steelers has a really good year. I don't remember if I played them or not this season. I don't think so. Ford. That's going to be a tough one. You mean like a final patch? Um, I mean, we'll see. I don't think so. I don't think there's another patch. But the Steelers had a really good year. 13-6. Wow. I mean, if the Bengals are a wild card, that'll be crazy. The physics, you know what? The physics kill me sometime too. I think what I would like to see is a less aggressive juke move without Le'Veon Bell. Yes, he's been pass happy as well. He's been I know you saw his numbers. I showed it in the chat earlier. It's like 1,300 yards for Antonio Brown, 1,500 for Martavis Bryant. I don't know. He's killing that, and that's probably why I lost. I think I lost him in a sim. Um, yeah, his wideouts are definitely better than my corner. Yeah, I'm not talking about the effectiveness of the juke. I'm talking about how much he jumps from left to right. In my opinion, I like the juke, but I'd like it to be a little less huge. And I guess it's a way to slow it down to not make it as effective. Because if it was like a little jump step instead of that big hop step he takes to the right or left or whatever, you can probably get going upfield a lot quicker. Um, though I don't know if I'm calling it right. The magnetic, yeah, it's like a 3 yard hop. Hold on, guys, let me charge my phone for a second. Oh man, what have I done? Yeah, it's a huge jump. Yeah, oh yeah, that's so huge for it. And I say this all the time. Like, to be honest with you guys, I promise you, if Madden released a football game next year and they made the field bigger, than what we know to be the field size, I guarantee you that you would see a lot of the other stuff. What you call it? The stuff that you don't like, you would see less of it. So, for instance, I see guys play cover two. I see guys play cover two all the time. So what I do to try to be cover two is I streak the outside receiver, and I streak another guy. So it's a guy on the seams and a remedy. Thank you. I see a guy in the seams and a guy to the outside. By the time those guys get to the top of their routes, right, the safety has to decide. And what happens is you see when the corner gets beat, you let it go as soon as it gets beat, that safety is flying over to the corner side. And my thing is that he's covering so much ground, even though you're pushing the ball towards the sideline. And what happens is the receiver, and whatever animation is, instead of the receiver trying to get away from the safety and get to the sideline to make the catch, you see the receiver try to stay on his route and try to make the catch, and while the safety's making the adjustment to the ball. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so that I would like to see change. And then you would also see, if the field was bigger, you would see those guys like myself. Oh yeah, and also we know that. We know that as well. Yeah, I mean, you go back and look at the replays. You let the ball go. The corner on the other side of the field he's already had his head turned, and he's making a beeline toward the side of the field, trying to make a play, which doesn't happen in real life, right? That side of the field is one entity, and this side is another entity. If the guy with the ball happens to come into the area, you try to make a play, but you don't turn your head. Yeah, the pump fake is not relevant. It's too hard, though, this year. I don't even know what the button is this year, the pump fake, because you can't get the pump fake off. The only time you get the pump fake off is during a sluggo. If you run a sluggo, and even that, you can't get a guy to bite on a sluggo. It's really tough to get a guy to bite on a sluggo, no matter what the route is. And it's so big. It's such a big L3. Okay. It's such a big break. You know what I'm saying? I think a sluggo, in my opinion, is kind of like you run, you chop, 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 and you just kind of like turn a little bit to give the DB a sense that you're going to come back inside, and then you take back off the outside. The sluggo in Madden is boom, whoop, then whoop. You know what I'm saying? It takes too long. You know what I'm saying? But I said if the field was bigger than an NFL field, but we wouldn't know, obviously, because we're playing the game, that you would see those guys like myself who roam the middle with the middle linebacker, they wouldn't have nearly as much picks, and those throws over the top would be way more successful because now you can't cover the seams and a crosser. And that's my biggest thing. I haven't even tried it. You talking about cover two zone or cover two man, but I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know, I've seen that a lot too. That cover two is ridiculous because, in my opinion, there's holes in the cover two, which is the top here, the middle, and then yeah, the zone, right? But I think it's so balanced. That's the problem with the cover 2-4-3. I think I've seen it. It's a balance. Like the middle linebacker is right between the two hashes. You got two outside linebackers right outside the hashes, and you kind of got these guys who are kind of like overlapping each other in zones, and so there's no real gaps, you know. And I don't know if you guys seen it. So there's what they call, I hate to say all this stuff, unbumpable routes. So you know, any kind of fly route that kind of starts off with this kind of motion, which is great if the guy is pressed. But in my opinion, if the guy backs up, then there should be no other animation to go up this way. I mean, there's a lot of small things in Madden that I've seen, and I've seen other players online point out that just doesn't make any sense. You know, those things should be adjusted right away. I know. Yeah, so like I said, I just want to see. I want to see the field get bigger next year without us knowing, and I like to see them decrease the effectiveness of the guys with the middle linebacker user. And that's for me too. Pretty much, right? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Cause the speed, and my biggest thing is that there's no, and I've said this to somewhere else, there is no deceleration process when you move left to right in Madden, with the middle linebacker. You can basically just peel off the other way. Like he doesn't plant. It's almost as if he's on some skates. He just turn around and just keep going the other way. If you would see the linebacker plant his foot in order to make the play and make that plant foot kind of weighted and then go back the other way, you would see a lot of guys not do that as much. You'd see more guys kind of do like a little zigzag like this instead of like, you know, like that. So anyway, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we can do. Not we can do, but a lot of things we can talk about for Madden. Bring back Game Day 98. Yeah, so the fluidity of the game is probably the biggest issue. It's probably too fluid, if that makes any sense. Yeah, skating, basically much skating. Yeah, right. So, I don't know. So that's that. I digress. Let's talk about some of these playoff pictures right here. We'll jump back into what we like and don't like. AFC North, this is locked up. I don't know who owns the tiebreaker between these two. Okay, it's probably the Bengals. So at 13-3, it looks like the Steelers are going to be a wild card team, unless you know the Bengals don't win a game. All right, so he's 15-16, right? You got one more game. Yeah, this is it. So that's that. In the AFC South, the Jags. I mean, what a year for the Jags. I tell you every time. The Jag is my coworker. I see this guy every day at work. He's on my basketball team. I see him like twice a night on the court. And we talk about this all the time. What up, Seth? Done a really good job this year. Like really a really good job. Kind of like a maturation of a player. Hopefully, you know, this continues. I looked at his number with his quarterback. He threw like 10 picks. I mean, when I looked at it, it was like 22 and 8 touchdowns to picks. And so he's doing a good job. He's probably leaning on Fournette. I'm sure leaning on Fournette, and he's scoring. Look at this, 413 points. He's giving up some points. Everybody gives up points in this game. But this might be the first year the AFC South has like a clear-cut winner, and a double-digit winner at that too. AFC East is my division. I've been fortunate for a couple of sims, but It's been a decent year. You know what? You can only ride the wave of a halfway decent quarterback for so long. I learned that the hard way. Yeah, it was definitely fun while it lasted. You should go get Sloan. Sloan's a decent quarterback. He's in Arizona. Um, somebody said they would trade for him this offseason, but I know that the Cards have him. So that's that. AFC West, a little tight. Raiders didn't have a good year this year. Chargers out the playoffs. Broncos has some got their spot. Can I switch to Browns? You gotta take that up with the mods. I mean, I don't see, I don't know, I can't say yes, I can't say no. They have to decide, but we'll see what happens. Um, but that, I mean, listen, man, you walk into I mean, we can go look at the Browns. Where they at? The North. I mean, you can step into the division. This guy won 13. This guy won 12. It's a tough division. I mean, it's a really tough division. But if you want to get better, I guess it's where you got to go play. I'm supposed to play the Chiefs. I don't know where he's at. I guess we'll try to figure it out tonight or tomorrow or whatever. So I don't think his playoff hopes are ending with a win or a loss. I think he's in regardless. And the NFC always comes down to the wire, of course. So the Bears are locked up at 10 wins. And you know what? The NFC needs to start pulling their weight. I mean, the NFC's got to, you guys got to do a little better, man. Got to do a little better. I'm just joking, guys. But after the really good year last year, G World, had a really bad year. I think he had like 11 to 10 wins last year, down to 1. I mean, guys are good, man. Guys are really good, and you can tell just how a difference of schedules, what it does to certain players and certain teams, certain team records. I mean, when you get those, when you're playing like the AFC South, not South, AFC West. When you play AFC West, you've got the AFC, you got the NFC South. When you've got those guys who are like, always 10, 11, 12 wins on your record, and it's like, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a tough one this year. But it just happens, Some years are better than others. NFC South is still wide open. I mean, Panthers are 8-8, Saints are 8-7, Falcons 8-7, Buccaneers 9-6. Looks to win this division, but these guys are not out of it, which is crazy. The Cowboys haven't clinched yet at 10-6. I think he's safe to get in. I think the Rams are in. The Rams are definitely in. They win the division. The Cowboys are in. So there's like a 3-way race for one spot. So Falcons and Saints. I mean, what does it come down to if you guys finish at 8-8? Division. I guess it comes down to division record. I guess it comes down. That's what I can assume. Oh, excuse me. All right, so let's look at some stats. Yeah, I know, right? If you beat the Bucks, I think you're in, right? So look at some stats. My man Zach Neal, I acquired from the Cardinals. He's weird though. Like, I don't want to give out too much information, but I can see why. If I win this, that'll be a shit show. Yeah, but I can see why the Cards weren't in love with him. But that's like on a personal note. But I mean, it's just a weird theory. Anyway, let's hop into these passing yards. Like I said, it's probably. Look at this guy, Connor Piercy. Probably gonna be AFC QB of the year. I was trying to sneak in there, but he's got the yards. I don't know if he has the touchdowns though. This is what his touchdowns looking like. Okay, I'm up there with touchdowns. I could probably beat him out in touchdowns. Ooh, that's kind of close. It depends on what it comes down to. I mean, interceptions are up again, right? So I think last year, the year before, Guys were like kind of hovering under 20, but they're back up. 32, 30, 32, 26, 30, 36, 26, and I think more or less a lot of. I mean, we all know that the zone works, and not that because there's. Yeah, I haven't had a 5K passing year this year either in this Madden at all. Um, no, I'm up. No, I think I had 4K last year, but I scraped 4K. But when you got Le'Veon Bell, you don't really need to be throwing a ball like that. Hold on, guys. Drop my teacup. By the way, I made a very good spinach and shrimp quiche earlier. Just let you know, my little French cuisine popping. Anyway, I feel like the zones do such a good job sometimes, that a lot of us aren't really used to kind of like just throwing the ball away, and I don't do it that often, maybe at all. I think maybe one guy or two guys. I think the Rams throw the ball away, and I want to say the Broncos throw the ball away. Probably the only two teams I've seen like literally roll out the pocket if it's not there, look down if not there, throw the ball away. I like I don't think anybody else does it. Like I don't even know what that button is. So I can't even. So I know I don't do it. I mean, it's got to be R3 or L3, one of those. Um, and I had like what really killed me. I think I had like a 5-pick game. And let me tell you something, guys. As a player, when I'm throwing interceptions, I'm not even mad at myself. You know what I started doing? I started looking other ways to throw interceptions because I want to see what the defense is doing. Like I'm out there experimenting. After like the third pick, I don't give a shit. I'm throwing another two if I have to. Like I gotta see it. I gotta see what the defense is doing to kind of manufacture these interceptions. So this way, next time I see it, I won't throw as many. That's just me up here. So anyway, so Piercy, Goff, Watson, Kaiser, Newton all having great years yardage wise, but like I said, the picks are up. The picks are up. Look at this, Cam with 32. And look at Cam's numbers. Cam is an average quarterback, 85 overall. He's just average. He's got normal dev. Oh my gosh, wow. Simon Allen, superstar dev. So that's that. We'll take a look at the running yards. Ezekiel Elliott always has good numbers. I don't understand how. It's just, I mean, obviously it's the user, but yeah, look at these guys. 17. Look at this rookie, the Chiefs rookie. Look at this guy. This guy's gonna be. He is average. Christensen out here looking like I don't know. Look at the acceleration. It's not that great, but the trucking, the carrying, the stiff arm. This guy is definitely gonna be superstar, quick dev, going to the Pro Bowl. Is he working on him? Yeah, he's working on him. Look at focus training. He's working on him. Look at this. Wow. This guy, look at this. So, Joe Mixon, Thomas Mitchell. I mean, look at Fournette's up there again. So I mean, guys have a lot. Look at all the guys with 1,000 yards running. So you know what I'm saying. So this is kind of like an 80s, 90s, even like early 2000s football. These guys are pounding the rock. And it's hard to say what they're doing in terms of their run game, but a lot of running is going on. Look at this, 300, 300, 300. I can't tell you a year in Madden or NFL where there's more than one back with 300 yards. And also, I would love, and it's a mythical number, and I think I heard this when Terrell Davis was the running back for the Broncos, that after 300 touches, downhill after that. After 300 touches, I'm going to say 90% can't pass. I'm going to say that maybe 90% of the running backs the following year don't have as good as a year. I think Terrell Davis said it. 300 carries, and then you're kind of like, that's it, you're shot. Anyway, I would love to see some wear and tear. And that'd be amazing, some wear and tear. Anyway, let's go to receiving. like I said, Martavis Bryant, Antonio Brown. Look at these 1 and 2. 1 and 2. He's got what, 22 touchdowns between these two receivers. I mean, and that's a really good year. This is a really good year throwing the ball. 2 Pro Bowl guys. I mean, what can I say? Here's my man Shaw. Oh, that's a CPU. I mean, that was what you call it though. He was still balling with him too. Chris Godwin. Quick dab on the low. Look at these guys. 98 route, 95 catch, 94. I mean, you know, the only thing that sucks about this game, I feel like guys at these positions progress so quickly. And this is me, you know, calling the kettle black. I mean, look at my guy, CJ Nelson. I mean, and this guy was like a 69 overall. It just takes one really good year, you know, just one really good year. And, you know, you can have a guy like this. Which is great though, but I'd rather see it more towards, less towards XP and more towards just the numbers, you know. Look at this guy, 5'8", superstar dev. Oh man, a lot of good looking receivers. I know the Rams have a lot of fast small guys. Lewis Giles, Amari Cooper with a good year in terms of reception. Let's look at these yards. And look at this. I just glimpsed at it. Maybe 8, 9, 10 guys with 1,000 yards. Look at this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Maybe 12 or 13. Whatever. I skipped the number somewhere in there. So even like 12 or 13 receivers with 1,000 yards. Meanwhile, running was like everybody's got 1,000 yard back. Everybody has 1,000 yard back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So maybe looking at almost like, well, 20 would be almost a third of the league. So almost like 2/3 of the league has a running back over 1,000 yards. Here's McGuire with 968, you know, Bruce with 922. Duke with 987. So these guys are 3 more backs to give you 23 backs or 22 backs, whatever the math is, with 1,000 yards. And then the receiving wise, I mean, let's see, is there a drop? I mean, not far, but I mean, still way more. Like all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't say. Oh, Mike Evans is a in Dallas. Wow. I can't say that these 6 receivers will get 1,000 yards this week. It's all possible though, right? It's definitely possible. But who's to say? Look at Odell Beckham with 900 yards. Maybe Seven tell if he was hurt or not. OJ Howard's a Texan. Wow. But yeah, so like guys just not throwing as much or throwing as well this year. Blocking, I told you guys, I think what the number is, this guy's gonna be a Pro Bowler, right? I guarantee it, right? Games played, downs played, and then sacks allowed. I think that's how Madden does the math. I don't know. You can do whatever you want. You can divide this by that, you know, and those are gonna be your numbers. In my opinion. This guy's not making the Pro Bowl, obviously. JR, look at this. Your right tackle's getting him 18 sacks. Left tackle 16. Left tackle 16. 16. A lot of left tackles giving up sacks. Oh, all right. Before I forget. So the next time you guys play, and I wish I had like a video where I can show you guys what I've seen. For the 3-4 guys, especially you 4, take a look at this. Take a look at your right end and your left end during a pass rush, and you tell me if you see a difference in the animation. So that's my biggest thing. So what I've seen, and you guys can look at it later, the right end does kind of like it's a more aggressive move. So I feel like the left end is kind of like trying to push his way against the right tackle, while the right end is doing a finesse move more or less, and he's definitely trying to push and swim and bend the corner while the left end isn't doing it as much. Take a look at that for all you guys are kind of wondering. And this is the kind of things I look at. I think I kind of look at. I save like a lot of clips. I got me like 20 gigs worth of clips in my on my hard drive, and I just watch those clips to see anything that kind of stands out to me. So in the future, for a 3-4 guy, it doesn't really matter in my opinion. If you look at the right end, he's doing the most. Right. But I also felt like in Madden, one guy gets turned loose. Yeah. But I feel like the right end is way more aggressive against the left tackle than the right end against the left end versus the right tackle. And I don't like that, because if my better pass rusher is another guy, why doesn't he get those animations? And I feel like for years what happened was, I used to do this when I was younger, I would play with the left end, and you would hold the stick a certain way, hit R2, and he'd be in the backfield before you knew it. And I think what they did was they changed the animations so that it wasn't as easy. And what I also heard a couple of years ago was that because the way EA did the animation for left and right tackles, they basically took a left tackle and then flipped him around and made him a right tackle, so you don't have the footwork the left tackle has on the right tackle. But that's old. Yeah, I mean, so like, but Spider, that's my thing though. Like, it shouldn't be that way. You know what I'm saying? If he's my best end and I have him left or right, the animations that are triggered should be equal. It shouldn't matter where I put him. I should have to put him somewhere to get an animation, is what I'm saying. So anyway, I digress. But tons of tackles, tons of sacks given up from the edges, which is, I don't think that's wrong at all. Look at the Bengals, kind of weak up middle. A lot of centers, but it's only 9 to 10. Here we go. Everybody's favorite part, the defense. And just for we'll go to the NFC, because I want to have fun with Ford for a little bit, and we'll jump right into pass deflections. Oh, Lattimore, Sherman with 19, Lattimore with 19, Apple with 20, and Anthony Brown with 23. So this is probably one of the most annoying stats that's here. Only because a pass deflection is great, but when you're playing the game and this is a deflection, it has to be the most annoying thing in the world. Like, I cannot tell you how annoyed I get when this happens. And look at this. Look at Lattimore. He has 1 pick and 19 deflections. And look at the coverage. The guy is 97 overall. What are you missing? What do you need? What does he need? What does he need? I can't even tell you. And look, the numbers are amazing. The numbers are amazing. I can't tell you what it is. I cannot tell you what it is that you need to get more picks. I don't know. Last year, Nick led the league with Obi with like 10 or 11 picks. It's just one of those things. I don't know what it is. So here we go. Some defense. Bud with 15 sacks. Rankins with 14 sacks. And look at this Lions front line right here, with Spence and Rankings. What was that? Almost 30 sacks between the two of them. Dwight Miles. That's not a bad year at all. All right, so definitely defensive rookie of the year for sure for this guy right here. Where's he at? Miles. Let's see where you picked him up at. Oh, nice. Let's see, 84 overall. Let's see where you picked him up. For the 3-4 stats. Where is this now? Where's this award? There it is. Second round. Oh, pick. Oh, okay. Oh, second round, third pick. All right. So like pick 35 or 36. This is a real good pickup. This is a really good pickup. Where is it? What number is that? It's a really good pickup. In terms of where you got this guy and what he's doing for you. Normal dev at that too. 3-4. Yeah, like I said to you guys, once I started to understand in Madden more or less, or even in real life, what the game is asking me to do or what I'm asking the game to do couldn't be replicated. So I wanted some sacks from my 3-4 guys on the edge. Can't do it. You know, it's got to be one of these guys. It's got to be an outside linebacker in 3-4 to kind of get you those sack numbers that you're looking for. It's not gonna happen any other way. Um, and all these guys, like I say this every week when I'm on, except for rankings here. But when you see a guy as a left end and they're up there getting sacks, 9 out of 10 is guys playing 4-3. It is almost impossible to get this many sacks from a 3-4 edge rusher. And I think two things play against the 3-4 guys. One, these edge rushers aren't as good once they make contact. Obviously, the strength and the other combinations don't really work that well. And the distance they have to cover. I think the distance is a really big issue. Because normally this guy's a free runner. If the left tackle does, if the right end or whatever end does his job, this guy comes off free. You know, and if he happens to take on a right tackle, the right guard is probably not, or left guard is probably not as good as a pass blocker, and so the ends kind of win the battle. But I think the distance traveled is a big thing for the 3-4. And then when you bring them closer, now you've got your best pass rusher on the left tackle, and that's kind of like a dice roll in terms of just the speed to weight to strength combination that occurs when those guys engage and make an animation. Aaron Donald in a down year, 11 sacks. Can explain why he's 8-8. Anybody else really stand out? So you got any? I wish it was like a rookie thing. You can just look at the rookies. Deron Lee. I will never trade this guy again in my life. So Ford. And not to mention, I take this back. I liked him, but I got two really good corners who are two really good guys who are corners now. Or two project corners that are good now. That's what I'm gonna say. Off the 2 second-round picks I got from Ford. So it wasn't a bad trade. I'm missing a linebacker, like a really speedy guy or a guy who can cover. But it's all good. What else? Let's hop into. Let's see. The solo tackles are probably probably Wagner, Clark. The tackles are so hard to keep track of. Like I just feel like it's just a whatchamacallit. This guy with 82 tackles. Yeesh. 109, 108. Oh, this is all CPU at this point though. Yeah, this guy's gonna be a Pro Bowler. At middle linebacker. So let's hop into. I didn't do. Let's go back to tackle for losses, because maybe somebody can explain this to me. Is a tackle for loss the same as a sack? Are those registered two different types of tackles? A sack is one kind of tackle, and a tackle for loss is another kind of tackle. I looked at your pass deflections. Okay. I think they're different for it. You know why? Because I would say because technically, well, they're not really, because I don't know if they're running backs or not. I don't know, but I feel like a tackle for loss and a sack may be registered as two different kind of tackles. Anything behind line of scrimmage, yeah, that's what yeah. But technically, a sack is behind the line of scrimmage as well. So, but I think it's registered differently. It's not a QB. Okay, that's fine. Fair enough. So let's hop into the AFC. We'll do the same thing. We'll jump into deflections. We'll take a look. Tankersley with 18 deflections and no pick. So this, I would be pissed off. I would be so pissed off at this. Not a single interception. Not one interception. And you have the nerve to have 18 deflections. Pearson House. Let me take a look at this guy. This guy does a good job with his corners every year. This is a good corner too. Let's see where he drafted him at. I don't remember this guy too. Oh, he got it from 3 seasons. Awards. 5th round, pick 15. So he had 2 years, 3 years to develop him. So I mean, so for me, to me, that's not bad. I feel like that's. We'll go to where deflections at. I don't think that's bad. Oh shoot, look at this. See, Madden is weird. Didn't I just do this? And now Jalen Ramsey shows up. Whatever. Pearson House. I mean, Ramsey has 7 picks, so whatever. But this guy has none. This guy has 3. He has 4. Nelms with 9. I mean, this is a good ratio, right? You see what I'm saying? 9 to 16. I can live with that. You know, I can live with that. Here's 16. Look at this. Oh, I traded this guy, but not for that reason though. But 16, 3 picks. Trey Wayne, 16 and 6. But look at all these deflections. Look at this. 15 and 6. Let's look at the Marshall. Ramsey with 7. Feeney, Shazier, Wayne, Freeman, Francois. All right. Hargreaves, McNary. This guy gave me a hard time too. This guy is good. This guy is good. Eric Berry. The Chiefs do a good job playing with Eric Berry too. Baiting you with that cover 2 man and both over the top. Shane Ray, Travis White. Look at these sack numbers. Woo! Hold on, wait a minute. 27 sacks. 27 sacks. Oh, somebody pull up the Daddy League and see where he's getting these sacks at. 27 sacks? Fam. There's got to be like a 7-sack game in here somewhere. What? I mean, 3 sacks in a game isn't like crazy, but look at the consistency. Oh my gosh. 3.5. 3. He has 3 games with 3 or more sacks. That's 9 sacks already. 9 sacks in 3 weeks. Somebody got to pull up the tape. Somebody got to pull up the tape, man. We going to the monitors for this one. Clowney with a good year, 16.5. My boy Steele, who I stole from Sev. Damn, 3 times. Yikes. Matter of fact, let me look at TJ Watt's numbers. Look at this. 98 block shed, 97 finesse move. Wow. Woof. Got all the moves. Swim, spin, bull roll, strip, high motor. Damn, Daniel. And he got little zone coverage for you too. Woof. This boy. And, you know, look, only 76 strength. And look, he's got him at right end. He's got him at traditional spot, too, at the right end. But 76 strength. I mean, that's nothing. You know. That's what I think. Clowney's still 79. Send Clowney. I need Clowney, yo. My man Vaughn. Still decent guy as well. Anything over 94. Woo! Well, noted. But you know what? I don't like is I feel like the power move isn't as effective as the finesse move. Like I don't get a bull rush. I hardly see that too much. I mean the numbers are good. Like I don't these are average numbers. There's nobody standing except for TJ Watt. I think everybody's in line. I mean, I wish Vaughn wasn't. If I could guarantee that Vaughn wasn't gonna be like 77 speed next season, I'd probably make a move for Vaughn. I mean, it just sucks. How old is Vaughn right now? 31. I mean, still a good player though, but just not as good as he used to be. Somebody tell me who has the best power move in the game, and I want to see if what his sack numbers are like. Best power move for a team playing 3-4. I mean, he's got a defensive tackle here with 11 sacks. He's definitely going to the Pro Bowl. Oh, absolutely. We know that. We know that. I can tell you. The minute I see these sack numbers, I know he's playing 4-3 without even thinking about it. It's just a weird thing. And like I said to you earlier, I said to Nick, I texted to Nick, and I just said it now. The animation that occurs with the right end is unbelievable. And a guy like a guy like T.J. Watt in his finesse moves and his speed and all that is up there. All right, here's J.J. Watt for you guys. 94 block shed, 95 power move, 90 finesse move, and 10.5 sacks, which is not a bad year, right? But like I said, in that 3-4 technique, it's really hard for these guys to get sacks. I'd have to actually play them a lot wider and maybe put my linebackers in. But I don't like the congestion it creates when you bring the linebackers in. I kind of like those guys spaced out, playing lanes and stuff like that. Hat on hat, if you will. Myles Garrett, this guy's a freak, man. Oh my gosh, like Myles Garrett, like 3-4. If Myles Garrett played 3-4, oh my gosh, and like I'd play him in 3-4, but we both know that in Madden this is probably the best spot for him, in his 4-3 left end, man. Look at this guy, man. Unreal, unbelievable. Anyway, Gordon Woods, I love this guy. If anybody, I was telling Nick about this guy. So, and I just started talking. I got nothing to talk about, and I'll go to Player Awards in a second. So, a lot of you guys, I don't know if a lot of guys you do it, but I do it. I use Daddy Leagues in conjunction with the free agency, and you should, because that's what it's there for. It's a good tool. It's a really good tool. I kind of wish you could use Daddy League and PlayStation at the same time. I wish the PlayStation would let you use two applications at once. They haven't gotten there yet, but I think that's a really big thing. If I can kind of like have like Madden on 3/4 of a screen and then the internet on another screen and kind of like flip between the two of them, be great. But Gordon Woods was a free agent last year, guys. And you guys, I'll show you the numbers in a second. But 6'7", 242. I know somebody's playing him at 4'3", and it didn't work out. But I mean, at 6'7" and 87 speed, what the heck were you thinking? So let's go find out. I mean, he's average. Look, he's just average. He's just average, an average guy. But that's like, how do I explain it to you? Usain Bolt is 6'5" and is the fastest man in the world. And two things make him fast. His turnover is ridiculous, and his turnover in conjunction with his leg length makes him fast, like really fast, abnormally fast. So this guy's like a Usain Bolt for me off the edge, and it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Good acceleration, good speed. I mean, decent everything. Block shed is whatever. Maybe that's why I'm not playing as well, but he starts for me. Zone coverage is terrible. No motor, no nothing. But I mean, 6'7", 87 speed. I couldn't turn him down, and that's what I be looking at sometimes. And that's all I have to say about that guy. Oh, I just want to say, let's see who had him the year before. I just want to say, does he overrun? I don't know if he overruns. He misses, he misses tackles. Like, I think the other day somebody play actioned, and he was right there for a sack. It took him like a half second to kind of decide, yeah, I'm going to sack this quarterback, even though he was right in front of him. Career. Oh, I can't pull up. I can't find out where he was. Somebody pull up where he was. My phone, I got the short charger today. But somebody look this guy up on Daddy and tell me who had him the year before. So I can go nanny boo boo. What was I looking at? Look at tackle for losses. Bosa with 20. Tua with 19. Look, 11 sacks. So 11 sacks for Tua. 27 for Watt. That's almost 40 sacks, right? 27. We're around 30 and 10. That's almost He has almost 40 sacks, 13 tackles, almost 40 sacks between two guys. That's unbelievable. And here's Cameron Hayward with 6, so 46 sacks. 46 sacks between three guys. That's crazy. And you know, and good for him too. 5.5 sacks from this guy. So it's 50 sacks. Out here looking like White Castle, man, with 50 sacks. The Pittsburgh White Castle. Houston who? Can we look at Houston? Where is he? Justin Houston. Still effective. Let's go look at these player awards, and then after this, we're gonna go watch the NBA All-Star game. Oh, thank you. My bad. Oh, my bad, dog. You know, it's been a long day. Long day. I'm like Houston. Look at Justin Houston. Anyway, Ezekiel MVP, which sucks. Not because he's gonna get it. It sucks because I think he's won it already, and he'll get like $4 and a Big Mac for winning it, which is dumb. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna win the MVP, it clearly makes you a better player. You shouldn't get less XP because every year you're the best player. It doesn't work that way, right? TJ Watt not far. Connor Piercy not far. Zach Neal at the bottom of the bench. Coach of the year. Anybody want to guess? I wouldn't know. Muse. All right, that's fair enough. The Lions has a really good year. He's having a really good year. LaDainian Tomlinson with nine wins. Offensive player of the year, Mixon, Christian, Fournette, yep. Anderson, look at these are all running backs. Wow. Piercy, the first quarterback. Gordon, Kamar, Green, Pineda, Bryant. Defensive player of the year, TJ Watt, without question. Look at my guy, Steele. If it wasn't for TJ Watt, I'd have a shot at this. Feeney, Walker, Marshall, Miller, Ngakoue, Jack, Willis, and my man Woods. I told y'all Woods is offensive rookie of the year without question. Oh shit. Piercy's probably gonna be quarterback of the year and rookie of the year offensively. I mean, probably quarterback of the year. Close. Gessner, is that a quarterback? Somebody let me know. I don't know any of these guys. Blakely's a wide receiver, I feel like. Rucci was a tight end. I feel like Landrum, I don't know. Don't know. That's a shame. Like, what does it cost EA to put like their positions right next to their name? What was that, like an extra like penny on the dollar? 0.25 of a penny? You think they charge them by the font? Oh yeah, Vaughn Steele. That's gonna be amazing next season. He's gonna be so amazing next season. I know I think he's the linebacker that went ahead of me. Griffin. What's Griffin? I don't know what Griffin is. I think Morant was a linebacker. He's a safety or no, he's a corner. Don't remember. Linebacker. Best QB, Piercy, Neal. I mean, I get Neal to the Pro Bowl. Pineda's up there. What a good year for Pineda. Gessner's a quarterback. Okay. Running back, Mixon, same thing. What else is new? McGuire at the bottom. Look at this. Two guys. Best receiver. I think it's by this Martavis. Martavis has this. I think he has it locked up. His yards are ridiculous. Nelson, all right, little Pro Bowlish. Blakely, Landry, Ross, Fuller, Perriman. Offensive line, wow, 2 Steelers, woo. Swan cut, and I think he was trading one of these guys. Definitely traded one of these guys. Look at this. About to be five Steelers up here. Oh my gosh. If all 5 make the Pro Bowl, it's gonna be a pretty penny. TJ Watt, Clowney, Reed, Mack, Quinn, and Ngakoue, Willis, Casey Jones. Linebacker. Oh, look at the linebacker of the year too. I'll take it. Loco Woods. Oh, look at Woods, Shazier, Thornton. Corner, Nelms, Ramsey, Francois. Yeah, he's about to cake on the XP for real. Oh man, I remember when I had that last year. I need to get offensive line. I just haven't done it this Madden. And it's costing me. Apple, Williams, Xavier Woods, linebacker Hitchens. Wow, Wagner, Lee, Kwiatkowski. Somebody pronounce that for me. See, Swinton and Swan Cut are available. I think the prices went up for those two linemen. Send them both. Send Peters. Sheldon Rankin, Spence. Look at these guys. Wow. Miles Hunter Thomas, Bell, Irving, Donald, Adams. I'm sure linebacker, offensive lineman. We already know what the Cowboys are doing. Godwin, Will Pippins. Wow. Beckham, third on list. And Beckham didn't have a really good year, man. Like, I don't know. Oh shit. Nick don't play that. Nick don't play that AFC to AFC trade shit. Running back, Elliott, Mitchell, Bell, Coleman, Yates, Johnson, McCaffrey, Cook, QB Stafford. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Harvey Bell. Really? I didn't know. I didn't see Harvey Bell anywhere in terms of numbers. I wish I knew what position. Somebody tell what position Harvey Bell is. Yates. Good year from a man. Pool bar with Yates. But I mean, just for so you guys can just look at the amount of guys that are not real, that are offensive rookie of the year. Obviously, they're all rookies, but forget it. I just thought about what I said. Forget about it. Brain farting. Let me get off this before I make any more fools of myself. Kwiatkowski with 10 sacks, but Miles had 14 sacks or 11 sacks. Yeah, I don't know how Madden decided that. It might be come down to tackles. Who knows? Who knows? And that's all I have for tonight, guys. That's it, man. I'm all tapped out. Okay, and a TD for Bell. All right, that's all I have for tonight. Just chilling. Look at my offensive line. Look at this. C+, C's. Advance to playoffs. No, I got one game to play. Look at this linebacker situation. Oh yeah. All right, y'all. That's all I have for tonight. I appreciate you guys. Peace out. Mini rock on any block. Woo! And we out of here.